welcome to a new Shadow Sister healing video. This is my weekly Sunday pickapile reading, and I decided to do it today on camera so you can see my face. So today the theme is Pact. We are going forward with this book. This is part of your reading. You have anyway always 3 piles to choose. And before I introduce the piles, I say this reading is gonna be tapping into who you are, and who you are being is attracting and manifesting the true love to you. So we are tapping into who you are, the thing you see, the sun and the moon you don't see, and then of course I have advice cards, and there are these piles. Today also I will pull live for everybody this kind of intuita card. It's like this kind of new deck I have. Tap into your soul. So we're gonna understand soul level what is true love. Anyway, pile number 1 is, and I have today this kind of incense. There is a nice snake on this plate. So it's still a snake here. 17th of February we will have horse year. I love to bring some elements of the snake still on the table, and today is this snaky smoke. Anyway, pile number 1 is solar plexus chakra. If you select this one, yellow aventurine, this is your crystal. Then you get the divine comedy related Kusso and Dora deck. Bottom of your deck is temperance. And then your card to choose this pile is number 3, generosity and egoism. Pile number 2 is third eye chakra crystal. And you get this Halloween deck. Bottom of the deck is two of ghost, indeed very true love card. Then your card is 31 Shakti Pact of seahorse. And pile number 3 is crown chakra crystal amethyst. And your bottom of the deck is the death card. Here, yes, it's connected to Christmas. It's kind of like these times when light is coming more. The ruling of the season change. And your card is number 50, Seriphos green quartz. This kind of crystal advice. So let's start and see you soon in your reading. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. I'm Shadow Sister Silva, and I let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again. And today you will have something about this generosity and egoism, maybe already showing the shadow. I think immediately before we go to pull these tarot cards, I'm going to show you a shadow. You're looking now who you are, and based on who you're being, you are manifesting the true love. So pile number 1, you are now having this shadow part of your self, which is the innocent Queen of Hearts, caring, nurturing doormat, heart wide open, healing heart. This is not bad crime and shadow card because it's really the kind of victim archetype, somebody who is really loving so much that the kindness is taking as a weakness. So that's beautiful. The generosity here indeed is like maybe even, well, as is a good thing, it can be also a bad thing. Maybe in your case, you should even learn to be a little bit more egoistic. Okay, we start also reading now immediately something from this book of Secret History by Donna Tartt. You got this card. The short text is, I do not know or did I ever have anything in common with any of them, nothing except a knowledge of Greek and the year of my life I spent in their company. Let's read the longer part. Yes. Okay. This is for you. Story time. Maybe I saw your card in the meanwhile I read it. My father was mean and our house ugly, and my mother didn't pay much attention to me. My clothes were cheap and my haircut too short, and no one at school seemed to like me that much. And since all this had been true for as long as I could remember, I felt things would doubtless continue in this depressing vein as far as I could foresee. In short, I felt my existence was tainted in some subtle but essential way. I suppose it's not odd then that I have trouble reconciling my life to those of my friends, or at least to their lives as I perceive them to be. Charles and Camilla are orphans. How I longed to be an orphan when I was a child, reared by grandmothers and great aunts in a house in Virginia. A childhood I like to think about, with horses and rivers and sweet countries. And Francis, his mother, when she had him, was only 17, a thin blooded, capricious girl with red hair and a rich daddy who ran off with a drummer for once, Wayne, and his musical swains. She was home in 3 weeks, and the marriage was annulled in 6. And as Francis is fond of saying, the grandparents brought them up like brother and sister. Him and his mother brought them up in such magnanimous style that even the gossips were impressed. English nannies and private schools, summers in Switzerland, winters in France. Consider even bluff old Bunny, if you would, not a childhood of reefer coats and dancing lessons, any more than mine was, but an American childhood, son of a Clemson football star turned banker, 4 brothers, no sisters, in a big, noisy house in the suburbs. With sailboats and tennis rackets and golden retrievers, summers and Cape Cod, boarding schools near Boston, and tailgate picnics during football season. An upbringing vitally present in Bunny in every respect, from the way he shook your hand to the way he told a joke. I do not now, nor did I ever have anything in common with any of them, nothing except a knowledge of Greek and the year of my life I spent in their company. So this is your story now. Something about the group of friends. We are now talking about, indeed, in this reading, a little bit about Pact, what kind of relationship we are folding with other people around us. I think immediately let's go to see now tarot cards. What is the the shadow side and the light side? Let's see first the light, who you are being. That energy attracts now true love. If you have found intuitive with this reading, this is for you. All my readings are meant to be timeless. I have done similar reading like this. I think it's, was it spring 2023 maybe? But no, this is for you. Light and the shadow. Judgment. Interesting that this comes now as your light, that you're being judgmental a little bit, because this text is also like this Richard Papen in this book is a little bit like judging the other people, like they are not like him, like he cannot identify it. He likes to observe and everything, but it's not like he's completely he stays like observant. This judgment is a little bit looking from afar a situation. So you have a little bit this personality that you are not completely getting involved. Possible with people, you are staying a little bit afar to observe before you let anybody in. So this interesting. Judgment card is what you're aware of yourself. If you're not aware, Three of Wands. Okay, the Wands energy is always passion, project. This is a little bit like a planning the future. You're not aware how much there is this kind of foreseeing events. Again, there's this angel, so kind of your higher self. You're being this kind of person who have a little like a vision or like a glimpse of the future. And maybe it's because your higher self, this angelic side of yourself. Interesting, they both are showing kind of this higher world. And a little bit again like a being hiding, not completely showing yourself. Like you're observing the others, but staying a little bit in the shadows. Interesting, this could be also a person who put the other people's need first. Very loving, like angels are, but keeping this kind of like a distance to not put yourself too much on the front. Interesting. See what you are attracting. We're gonna come to that too. Now I'm gonna pull from this new deck card. See what's going. These times. This for you. The chakra. This is definitely, this queen is in the chakra is like a queen and a king on a throne, enjoying the pleasures of life, and then you'll be healthy. But if you fall to be a martyr, then that's the negative part of the sacral chakra. But that is beautiful energy here. Of course, here you have a solar plexus chakra, very intuitive gut feelings. But your advice for the true love is to understand this power of the sacral chakra. Very creative energy, actually, is part of it. I think maybe you need this kind of sacral chakra healing a little bit. Enjoy a little bit more to be yourself. So, glasses. This is advice. Svadhisthana. It's time to reignite your creative spark by getting into and making space in your emotional storage center, the sacrum. You are ready to bath in and renew your creativity, to embrace, honor, and explore your desires and sensuality, to empower your root chakra and bring about some much needed grounding. Meditate on, wear clothing, or hold crystal that correlates with the root chakra's color orange. Interesting that there was this talking about root chakra, this is sacral chakra. I think something is switched in here. The orange is the sacral chakra. And watch your connection to life enhance. I think there is a printing error here. It's not that you need grounding. What about the root chakra page, what it says? Yeah. Interesting. Somebody made a printing error. I think you would rather be like emotionally accepting all your emotions and let them be guiding you, because emotions are messengers. So see them as crows who would bring you some wisdom, and then don't judge any of those emotions. I would say this judgment is now what you're aware of, but if you are feeling whatever you're feeling, it's a message. This is to understand that, then you are more whole and complete to act at the true love. And now we see what is that love you're attracting with this energy. Let me see other cards I pulled. It doesn't have to be so many. Yes, current feelings of person also. But now we see that love that you're attracting with this kind of a bit like very much like in this book, the main character is not putting himself in the spotlight, but staying a little bit afar and observing the other people. This is the love you are attracting. Is turn on your heart light, reflect on a time when you experienced love. Wow. So really dropping to your heart. Turn on your love light. Heart light. Okay, I think I read this. I don't have to always read this, everything, but this one I read you. I think you needed 36. This is a good advice how you attract your true love. The heart light. Thinking of loving moments will enable you to open your heart. Drawing on a memory of love reopens and heals your heart to receiving love. It is important to keep your heart light on and broadcast your love out into the world. Discover ways to convey extra love to each person in your life. The world is always reflecting your thoughts about yourself and those around you. If you think the world is positive and loving place, that will be that you experience most of the time. Getting back to a place where you believed in love will bring more love back to you. A picturesque woman faces the future with a hand placed over her heart as she recalls a tender memory. The feather adorning her hair a message of love. A feather's message of love. It may be that someone or something is trying to reach out to you. Feathers may prompt you to understand that infinite people cherish you. Breathe into your heart and imagine its light. It's a beacon that calls to those you love. Wow. They're talking about who your being is attracting the true love to you. You have to start from your own heart light, is the message of this reading. Now we got this interesting part of the reading. We're gonna soon look this advice card still. But current feelings of person. The person could be the highest person in this planet. Somebody for you, now you when you're being this kind of distant angel who would be noticing that heart light when you put it on. We have here Bob Marley's last words, money can't buy life. His reggae music promoted love, peace and social justice. So somebody who understands that money can't buy life. Some telepathic connection. Soul connection, intimacy, images as messages, intense mind reading, understanding deeply feelings of another. This is a telepathic connection. Wow, then there's a codependency also, a little bit like a want energy comes here. Passion. Immature can't let go, sex and rock and roll. Fear of losing, burning heart, attached to outcome, needing you, devil loves you, wanting to be together right now. Big desire. And wow, Two of Cups. Bonfire burning for you, celebration and love, hot, hot, hot. Okay, there is really definitely the person. It's feeling very hot for you. Interesting. Sacral chakra is also sexual energy. I think you should understand this. This kind of hot that can be good or light. Now I give you the final advice, Fireball. Shadow and light. This one. Are you truly giving without expecting anything in return? A lot of transaction we make, whether it be with acquaintances or loved ones, often have a hidden agenda rather than just giving for the sake of giving. It might be to show someone how thoughtful we are, to receive something in return, or to make ourselves look superior. Thoughts like, why isn't anybody thinking about me, or I wish somebody would show me how special I am to them might have crossed your mind, but have you tried to reverse the thought and give to others? What you are seeking. We are often so caught up in our own minds and what we want that we forget to give with our heart to the people we are closest to, what we secretly expect or wish from them. Do you know someone who seems to give to you only to expect something in return or show that they could afford more than you? Their heart might not be true. Keep a lookout for those people in your surrounding, and you might start to notice who are really caring and who have a hidden agenda. Generosity is about letting go of the ego and giving with your heart full open, whole heart to show that you truly care and want someone else to feel good. An affirmation: I give with a true heart. Yes. So nice true love reading for you. You can give even first before you even expect somebody else to give. It starts from you. This was also turn your heart light on. This is how you attract your true love. Wonderful one. I'm gonna prepare now the second reading. Part number 2. Welcome to your reading. I'm your shadow sister. Let's start. We're gonna look in this reading who you are being, and based on who you're being, you're attracting your true love. And maybe let's first thing see your shadow. Start from the essential. If you know your shadow, it cannot bite you. Be friend with it. Part number 2. Your shadow is this. And it is 2 of Pentacle, bunker, safe base, the sacred basement, location and protection. So something like a security is very important for you. A secret bunker. Talking almost like a wartime. I felt like I wanted to put this airplane in this table. I don't know what is it, but when I see this together, the bunker and this one goes very well together. But yeah, let's not be afraid of that. But like these times a little bit getting in the spring, a lot Aries energy is activated. So there is really this kind of ground zero, let's say, happening soon. Somehow this bunker and safe place. Maybe you are indeed holding very safe your own boundaries. That's kind of a little shadow here. Let's see now. I see indeed this card from the Secret History. We have a pact. Something was agreed to without words. And shadow. You may feel bound by expectation you never consciously chose. Loyalty has replaced clarity. Yes, this was nothing to read from the book, but it was just overally of these chapters. There is made a pact. Something was agreed to without words. You may feel bound by expectation you never consciously chose. This is playing around here. Let's see now. You're aware of you being you. This reading you have picked with your intuition, and I have made many readings. You can always go back even in time. These are timeless readings. Now I'm showing you your energy, who you're being, aware, and what you're not aware. I feel there is more. Something more. This one. You're aware, the novice, that you're a hard worker, gathering a lot of stuff. It's almost like one is dropping and it's like, what? I didn't notice this task. Like, I want that, but now it's gone. But sometimes indeed when you're very busy, you have to kind of multitask a lot, and then errors can happen. You're kind of aware you're being very much busy with the task you have said yes. I think you're kind of person who say yes to a lot. Indeed, it's same story here with the pact. It's almost like you said in some gathering or whatever around people, like, I'm gonna take care of this. Let me handle this, because you know you do things well. And then something was agreed to without words, and you may feel bound by expectation you never consciously chose. So eventually you are carrying all these little devils around and like, oh my God, I cannot handle this. And loyalty has replaced clarity. So indeed, overwhelmingly a lot to do. Your shadow is Hierophant. This is usually teacher and master, and even like a fate that makes everything possible. Like you have a very traditional values, how you want things to be done. Let's see the connection with the Hierophant, and again working energy, but this is gathering wealth. So it looks like whatever is your work, it includes somehow teaching. There is some kind of wisdoms adopted, and you're accumulating a lot of like a money. That's why you're busy here. Also forming relationship. Could be this is a mentor and teacher in your life, or you are being to others. But anyway, you are always looking what you're gaining also, while kind of a little bit complaining like you have a lot to do. This is now how you're being. You're being possibly somebody who is getting a lot done, a lot of projects as well. Then I see a little bit in this Hierophant that this fate or spirit stuff can be really healing for you, to have this kind of knowledge of some deeper truths or dogma or some teachings. Like it's almost like a spiritual teacher here, and somehow it's not just a wealth that you're accumulating in the world, but you're like a spiritual wealth. You're not so much aware that you're actually, while doing all these things, you're accumulating this kind of all kind of wealth, spiritual and physical. You are also very much respected as almost like this high priest would be, like a teacher and mentor. You might be even a teacher. Next thing, we are gonna look this kind of card, intuition card. Advice for you, and your advice will be the Sakti Pact of the Seahorse, also the White Light Oracle. And 2. This is your card. I was mixing the cards, but also you got Sacral Chakra. Pile number 1 got also Sacral Chakra. There is something really about not becoming a martyr. Of course, if you are really giving to others, it might be the risk. You have to enjoy your pleasure and your wealth. Whatever you're accumulating here, you have to have ability to also enjoy it. Can be a lot of creativity in play, but then you are kind of serving the other people with it. Interesting, the same card shows up. Sacral Chakra now is a theme here. Talking about the true love, there is definitely to kind of balance the masculine and feminine part of you. Could be one aspect here. Anima and animus. To be empowered. It's time to reignite your creative spark by getting into and making space in your emotional storage center, the sacrum. You are ready to bathe in and renew your creativity, to embrace, honor, and explore your desires and sensuality. And meditate, wear clothing, hold crystal that correlates with the sacral chakra color, orange, and watch your connection to life enhance. Orange is mentioned here is indeed the pumpkins, kind of wealth. Okay, now I'm going to show you the true love that you are attracting being this person. You are advised to be a little bit more connected to your sacral chakra, meaning your emotional side. Not just these higher realms and material world. What you are attracting now, being this kind of heavy worker, Love endures. Okay, the boat is very much full of stuff. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Interesting. If you look this as you being attracting the true love, there is that faith also with that Hierophant. And when I read this, love does not give up or lose faith. Even you lose a little bit while you are doing whatever work or passion project you are doing, completing. You don't give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So whatever happens, you are advised to hold on. That love endures. And with your style of being, there is not just shadow shows just a bunker. This advice more to back up the ship. Like if there would be like a natural catastrophe, like I was already bringing up in some reading, was it this one? Like, yeah, there can be like looming wars ahead. It's more like you are backing your ship. It's not like you are staying in some bunker. Better that you are like a bunker would be also getting wet. It's good to keep moving in life. So have this kind of bunker that moves like a boat. Even the Shakti Pact of seahorses here, there's really something about like this is connected to emotions also. So drive the waves of your emotion. There is something about that, about the true love. Not to be stagnant, not to be in some bunker, calculating your money. Okay, what else I have to give you? Yes, I have to read this. Yes. Yes, I will read now this. Seahorse advice. If you like this reading, give me a like. My channel is still small, but every support helps also me. This is no pile do. As you embrace your inner essence, you will be at peace with who you are, including your vulnerability, and no longer see the needs to conform to social ideals which have no true resonance for your heart. You are encouraged to trust your intuitive recognition of which environments and relationships harmonize well with you, supporting your spiritual growth and well being at all levels. You have the innate capacity to manifest, relax, and you shall attract all you need. So, yeah, stress less, attract more. That is also the sacred chakra healing. I think it's really like enjoy whatever you do something. It's almost like because emotional stability is important. Regulate your emotions. It's like having pleasure in life, like a self-care also. Here, it is good to have that kind of like choose what is good for you. I will verify a little bit this file. I feel like no, I will feel like that this is now good with them. No, cat. Cat is a good energy. It's cat deck. Let's show you one more who you are being, what you're attracting. You're attracting based on who you're being and what you're not aware. The Fool. Wow, cute. Even this is this kind of person who do a lot. Interesting is like, well, here is dropping this kind of one puppet, and here is like is jumping after the butterfly. There is this still this kind of going forward, but this is a bit more like a verifying advice, like a carefree, not to stress too much again, carefree about this transformation that will happen. You will have a little bit more easy ride. Love endures. And what you're not seeing is Seven of Cups. While it's verifying the Seven of Pumpkins, again, there is this emotional side important. Celebrating what you have accomplished. Dare to celebrate, like the sacral chakra was saying. You have a pleasure in life is better. It's almost like not always like a new task, more money. It's like a stop for a moment to celebrate like what dreams did came true. What dreams you still have. They're to dream bigger even than these pumpkins. Makes me think about Wonderland Oz here. This guy. But yeah, 7 energy. Okay, I prepare now the next reading. Number 3. Oh, I forgot. Of course, current feelings of a person. We are really showing who you are attracting, who you are really attracting. So we are seeing it here. Whatever is coming here. So we have here rough sex. This YouTube, okay, and fucking cutie. So you enjoying your life. You are this cutie. And yeah, work hard, play hard. I think something like this is coming. We have your fear of looking stupid is holding you back. What's the challenge? Language pattern of what is client? When you decided it was your responsibility to manage other people. She wanted to be a good what it would be like to be a bad girl. Good girl. What would it be to be a bad girl? That's so in the cute good one and the bad one. Yeah, like what, like accept a little bit like a little like little bit breaking the rules, I'd say. Not always like following all the task list. And then question reveal the story. Original decision is revealed. Question put the person in the driver's seat. What is this really about? I think dare to ask some questions about the people who come to you when you are like this. Question reveal the story. Okay, and then from the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate, Socrates. Deepest desires. I think again, you have to let yourself do things. Like if you are stopping yourself, you end up in some bunker. Like you are just too closed off that you wanna please maybe indeed people, that you don't wanna look stupid, you don't wanna be hated. So you're really saying yes, like here someone was something, you're agreeing too much to all kind of work you need to do. Now this reading is definitely saying chill more and the love endures. And surround yourself with the people that are for you. So you can rise like the seahorse. Okay, now I move to the next reading. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Let's see immediately what is your shadow. We're gonna look today what are you being, and that's reflect to you. So this was a mountain. It's a location of a crime in this crime and shadow deck. This is your shadow. Treasure Island, hidden gems, legacy, fame and fortune, stolen money and time. This is all about gathering wealth and legacy. Somehow shadow. This is whatever pact you are making. Something about maybe losing some treasure. Let's see what comes. Next thing, I will read this thing from the book. We have here the fatal flaw, chapter 1 of Secret History. Look this card. Does such thing as the fatal flaw, that showy dark crack running down the middle of a life, exist outside literature? I used to think it didn't. Now I think it does. And I think that mine is this, a morbid longing for the picturesque at all cost. À moi l'histoire de mes folies. My name is Richard Papen. I'm 28 years old and I had never seen New England or Hampton College until I was 19. I'm Californian by birth and also I have recently discovered by nature. The last is something I admit only now, after the fact, not that it matters. I grew up in Plano, a small Silicon village in the north. No sisters, no brothers. My father ran a gas station and my mother stayed at home until I got older and times got tighter and she went to work answering phones in the office of one of the big chip factories outside San Jose. Plano. The world conjures up drive-ins, tract homes, waves of heat rising from the blacktop. My years there created for me an expendable past, disposable as a plastic cup, which I suppose was a very great gift in a way. On leaving home, I was able to fabricate a new and far more satisfying history, full of striking, simplistic environmental influences, a colorful past, easily accessible to strangers. This is now something, and this fame and fortune. Maybe it is really something you it's a shadow. It takes a lot from you to strive to have, like in this book, this person wish it was rich and it's in this elite school and everybody else is rich and feel a bit inferior at because comparing the wealth of the others. Maybe there's something about this of you too, that you compare too much, that somebody else got all this money and fame and fortune. But there is a hidden legacy here in this shadow, like you maybe could have it too. Now, let's see. I show what you're aware of yourself, who you're being and attracting based on that. So, pile number 3. This who you are being if you've selected this pile. This is the one aspect of you are not aware. Kind of your shadow too. So you are 6 of Earth. This is very much able to give balance, like what you give and receive. Or the card is giving to you, but it's all about like a better mindset about wealth. It's already more positive than the 5 of Pentacle. 6 of Pentacle is like you can receive something, like somebody is paying you good salary, or like there is definitely this cultivating wealth is in your radar, like you need to work. You want to work like to get this for the money. What you're not aware is 16 omens. So there is a little bit like a looming tower card here. Interesting. This is like showing mirror of this screen. But yeah, maybe now I'm gonna read from this book rather this tower card omens, because it can be. But I'm also kind of afraid sometimes that in our society we have this lot of innovation with EI and chance to make just a society more intelligent and better, and then all these things are used just to create wars and chaos. So this is a little bit that kind of card. Tower warnings. As mentioned earlier, there is really no bad energy, only inappropriate energy. And in the same way, there are no bad omens or experiences, but ones that we might consider inconvenient or undesirable, as least in the short term. How can a majestic tree being destroyed by lightning be a positive thing, we wonder? All is one. The tree, the lightning, and the fire are all part of the divine. The moon, a shadowy light that conceals more than it reveals, reminds us that we do not always understand the reasons for everything that happens around us. These things, these traumas, these disasters, for to us, they are those things do happen. We may not understand why, but we are sometimes given a warning so that we may be prepared. Could be a trouble ahead. A sudden and unexpected event, seemingly senseless destruction. Also sensing this kind of Saturn in Aries can cause us that in this year. So I'm a little bit worried about that, but you have that now in your conscious. You are kind of holding there this kind of chaos energy, which is actually very creative power. But while there is this kind of busy gnomes, there is also this chaos hidden, and you are attracting now based on that. And then you also have shadow of this kind of fame and fortune. And your advice card will be this. Looks almost like a Wizard of Oz. But let me see forward. Now we look more to the advice. This new deck is about tap into your soul. So let's see, what is this soulful message for you by number 3? The angels. There's a bolt. Reflection. Nice. Interesting. Still, it makes me think about this kind of Noah Ark. But indeed, water can be a big chaos element if it's all this. Water is like having no boundary. So if we would be destroyed by water, okay, ships could sail on it, but water have no boundaries. It's really like interesting how we suddenly don't have the countries and the borders. We just should have like overflowing water. I was getting into this rabbit hole to look this kind of mud floods and Tartaria, this kind of things, and indeed if our world would suddenly face a lot of water, indeed we would need ships. We would not need a house, we would need the ships to sail to conquer that kind of situation. But we are talking about today a pact, and the ship is a symbol of relationship too. So this, because you're talking about true love to attract, it's almost like you need This advice for you that you need in whatever times you are feeling like unsure. You need a solid ship that doesn't sink, a solid relationship. This is reflection now. What was this? This for the compass things. It's interesting. Deck. It's like the art of soulful living, and these are compasses for you, and this would be a reflection that you need. Point number 3. Take time to look into the mirror at yourself and recite the following empowerment mantra 3 times. I am and I can. I see myself as pure love, and that love is reflected back to me with effortless ease. Over time, this allows you to reflect your power back to yourself and to reflect with greater ease and appreciation, to realize what you have accomplished and take time to appreciate yourself and your life. I guess understand that you are the making of your legacy. You can have this, being grateful. I am and I can. I see myself as pure love, and that love is reflected back to me with effortless ease. And this reading is all about that. It's interesting that this came. Now you will get this advice card, and then before that I will show you immediately what kind of love you are attracting now with this energy. So what is the love coming for you by number 3? It is appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. Here is a little seashell and the world in it. Being in this moment. And hold on to that love that you see in the world. The advice. This crystal, Seriphos green quartz. Life on life's terms, joy de vivre, and acceptance of our place in the world, heaven on earth, what is meant to be. As long as we are human, we will face times when the only choice is to accept life on its own terms. But in that acceptance lies a most precious treasure, the gift of now. Oh, the same message is then here. Appreciate this moment. Same exact thing. It's a beautiful alignment. Surrender to this moment exactly as it is, and your heart will open, releasing what needs to be left behind as you join with the conscious universe on a journey of your own healing. And actually, in Tarot, often there is a boat, is like going to calmer waters. This reflection will bring you to calmer waters, for sure. Something wonderful is waiting you, but first you must be present in what is, so that you can have this experience and receive the gift of recognizing that you are stronger than you know. When the wheel of fortune turns, you may look back on this moment as crucial for your growth. Very often, unanswered prayers and unexpected twist of fate lead to the destiny the heart seeks. Trust now in this process of acceptance. Trust that the conscious universe has your back. And relationship message. I'm gonna show this. The rigidity you felt when pushing for what you desired is absent now, as you are coming to accept that what is cannot be changed. At least not yet. This moment must be experienced exactly as it is, so that you may see your relationships with clarity. Being honest about what you can change and what you can't is a big step toward co-creating what you desire and deserve. So be present, let the tears flow, and rest assured that the conscious universe is your ally. There is far more love coming your way than you can even begin to imagine. Wow. Beautiful, hopeful message. And then we saw still the current feelings of your person, pile number 3. This current feelings of your person, the highest person in the universe for you. Do you know I love you? There is a little bit tears and a rainbow. Hiding behind mask. There is somebody. Self-protection, manipulation, insincere shadow trying to impress, putting in front. We have here. We wanted to make music that felt real, music that wasn't afraid to be vulnerable, messy or loud. Authenticity mattered more than perfection. It's what connects hearts across every generation. Nirvana. Wow. Love this. Daisy, cute flower that represents a cheerful personality. Innocent, pure-hearted, appreciates simple things in life. Optimistic, radiant, joyful, and shadow of this daisy is may hide certain insecurities and their deepest emotions. Somebody who likes daisies is there for you. And also Machine Head, you are unreadable, the Book of Shadows, deep purple, smoke on the water. So indeed, there is a lot of hidden here with this person who would love you, would be your true love. Should we verify a little bit more? I want to see other cards still for this. There's a 6 of Pentacles, what you're aware of, you're accumulating like a wealth and getting paid, and then here is this kind of chaos hiding. That's what you're attracting now. You're attracting a little bit like some careful person who is disguised a little bit to love you, not showing the cards. You are asked to be in the present moment and be reflective. This, let me show one more. You and if you don't aware. Okay, so this is this kind of cunning Kill Bill energy. You are very strategic. Being this kind of strategic person. Indeed, not showing all the cards, you are also like that. You are, it's like stealing nice on the enemy can't be like a Kill Bill kind of person. Hidden agenda. And this Chaos 16, the Tower card, is like there is a lot of spiritual wealth, but you are really fearing this kind of lack of wealth. There is winter and cold and feeling a bit poor. Still, your shadow is this amazing wealth. Yes, I think any case you could also enjoy the snow. Living in the present moment, worries is bad for you. It's not good. It's not good at all. Could I give any other advice? I feel like I should. Wait, let me think about. Okay, pile number 3. I decided to put all the cards of these cards back to the deck. And I'm gonna give some message from the spirit to see what to do about this true love life. Advice was already for you that you should live in the present moment, but what else is coming that you could maybe worry a bit less? So I see some cards and I'm gonna interpret this message from here. These are really complicated cards sometimes. This is now calling in your true love and what you have to be to get there. Message is here. Okay. Crown of Air, so King of Sword. His grandma is here. Some hidden wisdom. Then 10 of fire, 10 of wands, showing some astrological things, and temperance card, talking about equinox power. I think the spring will indeed see immediately this kind of old crone and a young maiden. There is something about these times. You kind of have to wait until the stars are aligned. They will come this equinox time, and there will be more like a hard balance coming. You just have to be wise about like possible listening, even wise words of somebody. Seeking for wisdom. This is how you can stay like the present moment. Really, like reading some book would be now really like almost like this book I'm reading here. Be good for you to read a book. And I'm gonna read this fire 10 of fire card as a advice, because I think that is something about astrology, and maybe there is something you can be benefiting to know. Because these times are very fiery. There is a risk of war and everything. So in your cards there was also this kind of a little bit kind of fearful about those kind of explosive energies. So while the Tower card connects to the eclipse season 2, there can be a big shift in your life, or everything new, everything unknown. Every time there's something unknown frightens people. So I think trusting something that is written in the star is good advice for you, by number 3. Stars. The stars in night sky hold so much meaning for humans. We wish upon them, we use them to hold our stories, and we navigate by them. And we have here even this boat. So you navigate by the stars. In astrology, the stars play nearly the same function. As constellation, they represent the signs of the zodiac, which, remember, are the roles the actors planets play. They represent the people we wish to be or the characteristics we dream of having. They tell us who we are. They help guide us through life. There is some elements of fate associated with stars, as if our futures were all written out across the skies. But that's not quite right. The stars are more like a dealer in game of poker. We are given a hand of cards and we can play that hand however we like. It is an odd juxtaposition. The role of fate simply serves a highlight of necessity of our choosing how to respond. It demands us to engage our free will. The 10 of fire indicates that the events in question cannot be changed, and that there is a role that must be fulfilled or an action that must be taken. The actions we take in the face of unalterable facts define our nature and shape our character. Being reflective is good for you. This advice was very good, and living in the present moment too. And astrologically, this is one major arcana card talks about Sagittarius energy, is being cultivating this kind of wisdom and philosophies, being excited of the new things too. But of course, the angel is always like almost like this kind of higher self guiding you. So always tap into the higher self. This is also very much like a wisdom. Seek this kind of place of wisdom and not reactive hurt. This card also that is in your shadow tells about like not to focus on your weaknesses but on your strength. The pain can be a teacher. You become more strategic because you know the life is not always just sunshine and rainbow and a unicorn. So like it's also like you have to have a plan to make your dreams happen, and you cannot always trust any people around you. You have to be a little bit cunning also. So I think I end your reading here. I hope it was helpful. Being in the higher powers, I think it is even part of the crown chakra. So remember your guardian angel or your higher self. Let intuition also guide you. But intuition comes from the innocence. So cultivate that kind of present moment that can be perfect, and your like ability to trust others also, and trust that yes, the stars can be hiding there a beautiful love story for you. So we talk about the true love, how you are being you, and attract that. So trust that kind of higher purpose, higher meaning in your life, and possible this shadow of the fame and fortune will come to be, even now is in the shadows. This treasure can really be yours. Okay, I hope you liked this reading. This was your weekly pickapile reading, and have a nice week, and next Sunday we see again. Thank you and bye.